Great Saturday evening, June 26, 2021. To God be the glory for the closing of another day. Look, don't give up your faith. I have been researching to write a play regarding Harriet Tubman, Araminta, Minty, and oh my goodness, just like God reveals himself today, 2021, to his believers, and he shows us things. Listen, he did the same for Harriet Tubman. How she had so many visions, and it's not only because she was knocked out from that 2-pound weight that hit her head, but the Lord would take her into a different dimension, and she would have these dreams and visions, and the Lord would show her routes and show her ways, and he protected her throughout that Underground Railroad experience. And he just connected so many of those safe houses, from the Quakers to this abolitionist to this person, and she was able to rescue nearly 300 people, 19 trips going back and forth from south to north, from Maryland and south all the way to New York and Canada. The Lord just blessed her. And guess what? He does the same today. We're in 2Chron.22, and it talks about how, you remember the queen, she was the mother of the king, and she killed the whole family. She had a tantrum. That was Athaliah. And it says that in verse 10, when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal of the house of Judah. But listen, just like the Lord used Harriet Tubman to be a Moses, the Lord wants to use us today in 2021 to trust in him with all our heart and to rely on his guidance. It says in verse 11, but Jehoshabeath, the daughter of Ahaziah, and what she did is she took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons. And she was able to save him. She was able to take him among the sons that were slain, and she hid him and put him and his nurse in a bed chamber. So Jehoshabeath, the daughter of King Jehoram, the wife of Jehoiada the priest, for she was a sister of Ahaziah, hid him from Athaliah, so that she slew him not. Don't you know that the Lord will preserve our lives? Don't you know that the Lord led her to do this? Listen, and she was a sort of Moses, a type of Moses. For such a time as this, the Lord is looking for people who are solely giving their hearts and their lives, their bodies, their minds, their soul to the Lord. They're sold out, surrendered, so that as we trust him, he will show us and tell us things, and we will be able to save more in this generation. Yes, he's looking. He said the eyes of the Lord look to and fro across the whole earth to see whose heart is perfect toward him. We want to be used for the Lord. And it says in verse 12, and he was with them, hid in the house of God for 6 years. And the Lord might have us hidden away for 6 years or whatever time, but at the right time, that young man was used of the Lord to restore back order. So it might take 6 years, it might take 6 months, but in the meantime, we want to be able to be totally surrendered to the Lord. We would have gone to Proverbs 26, and we want to save and help people not return. We were talking about backsliding earlier today. The opposite of backsliding is forward movement, forward progression and momentum toward the will of the Lord. So we want to help people avoid what happens in verse 11. As a dog returneth to his vomit, to his foolishness. So a fool returneth to his or her folly. No, life is too short to live beneath our means and to be stuck in the enemy's territory. No, and we can't be wise in our own eyes, because when we're wise in our own conceit, there's more hope for a fool than of him. No, we want to be able to rely on the Lord, trust in the Lord, and he will take us to higher heights. He will use us to be the Araminta, the Minty, the Harriet, the Moses for this generation. That auntie who hid her nephew or her relative, listen, he wants more of us. Let's surrender our hearts, for great is his faithfulness. And he wants to show himself and to reveal himself for this generation. Let's be yielded, y'all. Have a good night.